get going. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna start building the charcuterie board. First of all, I just wanna talk a little bit about my board. So we've got a pretty large wood cutting board here today. However, you are not limited to the size board. You can use anything. So also, I'm just gonna show you a couple of ones here. I'll pull them out. So really can kind of let your imagination go. So you've got different sizes. We've got a small wood one. This one's kind of heavy, so more of a decorative style. But even if you guys wanted to, it doesn't even have to be a wood one. It can actually go ahead and just be kind of a platter. Again, you're not limited to your boards. Be creative. Use what you have in your, it can be a small plate. Just use what you have. The whole idea of a charcuterie board is building it with what you have and just having fun with it. Be as creative as you want. So just a little history before I get into it. Charcuterie actually is a French word, which means pork butcher. So a lot of times back in the 1800s when charcuterie boards were being made, they were using things that could be more like dried meats, cured meats, shelf life, things that could stay out on the kitchen table for long periods of time. So we use dried fruits or something that they would use a lot of, again, sustain the time sitting out at room temperature, nuts, pickled fruits such as pickled cucumbers, pickled eggs, and even olives. Those are my favorite, by the way, the green ones. So anyway, so we're gonna start building it. The best thing about a charcuterie board is color. You want to have a variety of color, make it inviting. So let's get building, okay guys? So for me, I always kind of start with a base. I do start with my meats. So today I'm going to go ahead and I've got some lovely rosemary ham, so that's what we're going to start with. And kind of, to me, at first when you start to build these charcuterie boards, they don't always look the prettiest. You can roll them, you can make them into little roses. I just kind of fold them over. Again, this is something that's done quickly. It doesn't have to take a lot of time. A lot of meats that I have today are gonna be taken from, we got them from Costco. So also I like to balance my stuff out as well. So I'm gonna kind of take that same rosemary ham, I'm gonna bring it over to the other corner just like so. Great, so now I've got my starting and my base. I'm gonna add a little color with my meat as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get in here to the coppa. So coppa, prosciutto, these are all Italian cured meats. And you can already kind of see, I don't know if you can see that or not. We've already kind of started to build a base of color, right? So like I said, it's all about building color. This can be stuff from your kitchen, meaning if you got some turkey in there, you've got some ham, thumbs up, use it. Pull out the sandwich meat. Today we are using some things that we got from Costco, a little more fancy, but prosciutto, like I said, capicola, all that stuff is great. So as you can see, I've already started to build my balance and the color of my boards, okay? So from here, I'm gonna start adding some more color. I love nuts, all right? Cashews, mixed nuts, they're beautiful on the board. Today, we're actually gonna use some of these dry roasted almonds. And for me, what I like to do is kind of build a little border, right? Because when I start to add my wet ingredients, such as the olives, this kind of stops that olive juice leaking into that side right there. So again, for me, it's all about balance, but you can be as creative as you want to be. So let's get these in here. Again, changing up different colors. That's what's going to make it exciting. All right, guys. So from here, I'm going to start adding my cheeses. Great things here. I love these little Baby Bell cheeses, okay? Folks can come in, they can grab a cheese, put it on their plate with some meat, peel it open. They're great. They're also nice little cute little pops of color. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a couple there. We're going to open one here. Hope everyone's having a good time. All right, there we go. We've got our little Bluebell cheeses, okay? Now, you can open them, but I just kind of kept them covered just because, again, I like that pop of red there. I'm only opening 3. Now I'm gonna start building. You've got a couple of options here. You can definitely start using yellow cheese, your Havarti, your smoked cheddar, Gouda, all of those are great cheeses. Another thing I like to do, because you want tons of variety, is I like to use our solid sliced cheeses. From soft cheeses like brie to goat's milk. These look very, very pretty on a board. Again, I just cannot stress how much you guys can actually be creative with this. That's the great thing about these charcuterie boards. So I'm just gonna kind of start balancing this out. All right. I think what do we have here? I think we've got manchego, which is a kind of a sharp cheese. These are Spanish cheeses, by the way. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of build it up just a little bit like so. Just kind of make it pretty, kind of group them in together right here. All right, let's go ahead and start building some more. I'm gonna add some tomatoes in here now. So we're just gonna grab some of these beautiful tomatoes. They're kind of your cherry tomatoes, your grape tomatoes. My favorite thing about these is the variety of sizes. So we're just gonna kind of dump those in there. And I'm gonna do the same on this side. So I hope everybody's having a good time. I hope that you take time and kind of look into your kitchen to see what you guys have. I'm gonna start to add some grapes to this. Your guests would really appreciate it if you actually took scissors and you cut them, make them a little bit more easier to grab. But I'm gonna just kind of, today I've just kind of done one cut, so we're just gonna kind of layer those guys on here. Oops. Listen, don't feel bad if these things start to roll off, okay? I'm gonna start adding more meat now, you guys. Let's add some salami. Let's get this stuff over here. All right, so, you know, I was just talking the other day about these charcuterie boards, and I tell you what, I think a fruit charcuterie board would be so exciting. You guys, you know what, did y'all see that? I made it unbalanced, so I'm gonna put my grapes over here. There we go, and we're gonna get that there. There we go. So now I'm gonna start to build the salami up over here. But back to what I was saying, I think a dessert charcuterie board would be so awesome. I think having, from strawberries, you could put on strawberries, you could put grapes on there. Heck, you could put chocolate covered nuts. There's just so much you can actually do. As I'm looking at this, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take off of the baby bells. Even though I love them, I don't have double, so I kind of want to make it really abundant here, you guys. Let's add some more of this in there. Not that salami, we're gonna add some more capicola. Get my grapes up, we've got our tomatoes. All right, now I'm gonna start adding some of my dried fruit, very important. So again, something that was able to sit out for a long period of time, the grapes, dried fruit, fresh fruit for the dessert tray, I think that'd be awesome. These are apricots, so I'm just gonna kind of pile those up in the middle here. All right, let's go ahead and grab my olives now. Remember how I told you that the barrier of the almonds can kind of help here? Again, this looks really kind of robust, but it will be pretty at the end, I promise. There we go. All right, you guys. So again, you can use any variety of cheeses. I've got some yellow cheese here. I'm just gonna kind of top it off over here on the sides, in the back here, get up against these beautiful olives that I have. And again, be creative. Pick what you guys want. Now, the reason I've left the center open, now some folks like to use little jars like this to hold their liquids. So if you have Kalamata olives, if you have green olives, maybe you want to put your nuts in something, you can actually kind of stand them around. But today I'm actually going to go ahead. I've made a cute little bowl with some assortment of crackers. And I thought I could just kind of put that in the middle of it and then add your tongs, and it's ready for guests, it's ready for entertainment. Again, the great thing about a charcuterie board is that you can let it sit out at room temperature for a little while, and you don't have to worry about things going bad because the meat's been cured, you've got dried vegetables, you've got dried fruit, you know, the cheeses can last a little while out there. Another cool thing is we found at Costco were these great dried vegetables. They would make a great addition as well. Something that's kind of fun as well, I like to do, you can even add popcorn to your charcuterie board. You put it in a little bowl like this, something salty along with something sweet like your grapes. It'd be a great way to go. Again, just something fun. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I hope you enjoyed watching the charcuterie board. We had a lot of fun here over at your Highlands. Just to let you guys get a closer look,